Well, hello, Emmanuel. Pastor Will here, and we are not at the church. We are at the Twig, located off of Venice Avenue in the Pine Brook Shopping Center, and I am here with Mrs. Nicole Britton. She is the Executive Director of the Twig. And Nicole, thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
First of all, it's great to be here. The Twig is our outreach emphasis this month, if you weren't aware of that. And so we're here to share more information about this wonderful organization and how you and I, as members of Emmanuel, can help make an impact and work with you all.
Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. It's great to be here. Let's start. Can you tell us about the mission, the history of the Twig? What's your story? What inspired the founding of this great organization?
Yeah, absolutely. So our founders are longtime Venice residents, Lloyd and Diane Weed, and they have 4 wonderful daughters, their youngest of which they adopted out of the foster care system. So as she became a teenager, they started to think, goodness, what if we hadn't adopted her? What if she was still in foster care? Where would she be getting clothing? Who would be pouring into her life? Started to look at what was out there, and there wasn't much. So Diane had a vision to create a place where children in foster care can shop with dignity and be provided with those practical items that they need. When kiddos enter foster care, they're coming with nothing. A lot of times just those clothings that are on their back when they're removed from their home due to abuse, neglect, abandonment, something that's unsafe. So they're coming into foster homes with nothing. So we're here to meet that practical need. We allow these kiddos to come in and shop in our boutique completely free of charge, but we're also here to pour love and support and encouragement into their lives.
Wow, wonderful. And it's a beautiful boutique, and we'll be showing you it later in the video. So let's talk about the services then, the programs that you all offer to the children. Can you expand on that a little bit for us?
Yeah, so like I said, kids are coming into care with nothing. So what we do is we have 2 locations, one here in Venice, one in Bradenton.
Okay.
And any child in foster care, from those tiny little newborns up to teenagers, can come in on our Saturday shopping days. Our volunteers serve as personal shoppers. They hang out with the kiddos, help them pick items. They get 7 pieces of clothing and a pair of shoes if needed, included in that 7. And then we provide underwear, socks, bras for the girls, an accessory, a book, a Bible. They get about 10 items every time they come into our boutiques. So that's our standard shopping days. We also do a couple other programs. We do new placement appointments. So if that kiddo is coming into care at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, they don't have to wait for a shopping day on a Saturday. They can call us and we'll do a special appointment for them. We also have a program for aged out youth. Okay. So what we know is when kids turn 18, they age out of the foster care system. The statistics for their life are pretty scary. A lot end up incarcerated, addicted to drugs, just so many things, homelessness. So we've created a program where we sit down once a month with them, feed them a meal together, just kind of sit family style, have a life skills speaker come in and speak to them, and then they're eligible to continue shopping with us until age 21.
Wow, you are meeting needs, and what a well-rounded program you
Thank
have
you.
here. Anytime, any day, right? The needs are met. That's great. And that let's talk about the challenges that you all are facing as an organization. What are the current things? What are the specific resources that you need the most, and how can we help out with that?
Yeah, so
tangible resources.
Tangible resources,
yes,
So we're serving around 400 kids every month.
Wow.
That's around 4,000 items going out our stores completely free of charge. We are a grassroots organization. It is thanks to our community we're able to do that. So we're accepting items that are donated to us, whether they're new or very gently used clothing items, financial contributions to keep our lights on, all of these important things. But again, we don't take any government funding. It is all thanks to our community that we're able to do what we do.
I did not know that. That is wonderful to hear that the community is sustaining this organization, and you all are a part of that. So thank you for that. The financial things are great. You definitely need money to keep the organization going. You definitely need the goods, the different articles of clothing and whatnot. what are the other ways? I heard you say the shopping volunteers. Is there any kind of other ways people can use their perhaps their time and the skills they have in addition to the gifts that you all need? So.
Yes. So we have about 8 staff members. Some of those are part-time, but we have close to 200 volunteers.
Wow.
Our volunteers are what keep our organization going on top of those donations. So we have volunteers that are serving here in the store with the kids. We have volunteers that are serving in our warehouse, sorting those donations that come in.
Okay.
We put our own tags on every piece of clothing with words of encouragement as well as the size. So we have volunteers that are tagging items. There are so many opportunities to support in different ways.
So do they write out something on there then, you're saying?
So I'm sure that we can get closer in on one of the items, but we have tags on our bags, we have tags on our items, and no, they're pre-printed, but they have to actually put them on the pieces of clothing.
What a great idea. Yeah. The positive encouragement that you get, and the dignity that y'all bring here. This is amazing. So special events, fundraising efforts. I know we've got something coming up here in November.
Yes.
You want to talk about that
Sure.
and maybe some other things that you have coming up that we could be a part of?
Yeah, so we do 3 main fundraisers throughout the year. Our next one is called our Turkey Trot for the Twig, which is a 5K run right here in Venice at Legacy Park out onto Legacy Trail. That's the Saturday before Thanksgiving every year. We have our big fancy gala, which comes up on February 1st in Lakewood Ranch. And then next September, we will have our Taste for the Twig, which is at the Venice Community Center. Great way to just kind of get some samplings from local amazing restaurants and hear about our mission. All of those are on our website.
They're all, so that's the way to access those events is through the website too. And in addition, I didn't mention to volunteer. Is that how to access be able to volunteer through the website as well?
Yes, everything is on our website, thetwigcares.com.
Thetwigcares.com. That's the hub, everyone, that you can access the information for. So we're coming to the end of the year. Mm-hmm. We've got another year coming up, 2025 already. What are the goals of the Twig in the year to come, and how can we help you with those goals?
Great question. So, our big thing is just being able to continue to serve our kids in the best way possible. So we have around 1,500 kids in foster care in our local community, in our local counties around us. We want to serve every one of those kids. We want them all to know about us, but in order to do that, we have to have the capacity to serve them here in-house. We're constantly asking those families, how else can we serve you? Mm-hmm. So we've partnered with other organizations like Bridge of Life, and we have a freezer where when families get a new placement, we can give them a meal from Bridge of Life. So we're just kind of asking them, what else can we do? And really deciding how to expand our programs for that. One of our newer initiatives is for grandparents and great-grandparents that are raising children locally that are not actually in the foster care system. They get very little support. So we're expanding that program up into our second location, which is in Lakewood Ranch. We've already are doing that here in Venice, but it's a great way to support those kids. But looking into 2025, I just think of all those kids that are coming into care. We're seeing those numbers stay pretty steady right now. And, if you see our name walls, you'll see every child that we've served gets their name on our wall. And that's just a wonderful way for them to know we care about them. I tell you numbers, we serve 400 kids a month, but those names are so important. They all have a story. And, this space provides a place where they feel comfortable. One of my favorite moments that have happened here, we have a play area in both locations. So it gets very busy on a shopping day. There's little kids running around everywhere. And
joyful noise,
yes,
right?
Lots of joyful noise.
Yeah.
And one day I was back there with a little boy. He was about 8 years old. And we're hanging out playing. He already picked out his clothes. And then he looked at our front door and he froze. And he goes, oh my gosh, there's my sister. Him and his sister were separated in separate homes. They happened, without planning, to show up at the same time on the same day. Those kiddos got the clothes that they needed, those practical items. They got loved on by our volunteers, but they were in a safe space where they could spend time together. So this space is just as important as these clothes in our boutique.
And we all know about that in our sanctuary and what a safe space that is. So this is their sanctuary, everyone. The Twig here is their safe space. Wow, great story. Thank you for sharing that. I think we'll wrap it up with that. Thank you so much, Nicole Britton, Executive Director of the Twig. This is how you can help this organization. Go online, get the information, give them a call. If you're a grandparent that is taking care of a grandchild, give them a call as well. They can help meet that need too. Nicole, thank you so much. Is there any last word you want to leave with us or anything?
No, I thank you so much for being here. Again, without our community, we couldn't do what we do. And we say our core value here is we're blessed to be a blessing. And we're just so blessed to have a community that supports us and helps us reach these kids. So thank you.
Fantastic. And we are blessed to be here. Thank you for having us. And thank you, everyone, for watching this video. Please reach out to the Twig. Let's expand the network of needs and help this organization.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nicole. God bless you, and God bless you all. Take care.